Hail Satan, brothers and sisters. Ave Lucifera. Ave Satanis. My great pentagram. I have like a ton of them. Well, not a ton, but I got a lot of them up in my place. Hung up. I got a lot of them hung up. I got a lot of them hung up on my altar. And I got one big black upside down cross, which is made of wood. I got that hung up on my altar. Of course, it's upside down. And I got two or three necklaces. No, two necklaces with upside down crosses. I'll just be a second. I just want to finish this pop first and light a smoke before I get into what I was going to talk about in this video. No garbage can around. I don't litter very much. I didn't litter it in. I put it in where there's a pile of garbage, so I didn't litter. I just got to get a cigarette out. Another Friday. Brothers and sisters, another Friday is here. Another weekend. Another weekend is here, brothers and sisters. It's Friday afternoon. Well, Friday evening a little bit now. That being said, at least I'm still upright and I'm healthy, so far as I know anyway. But anyway, I wanted to, I was going to talk about it yesterday, when I did my last videos that I done yesterday. But I want to talk about it now, because I forgot to talk about it yesterday. There was a woman who sent me a message. Well, actually, she sent me like a dozen, probably more, like on social media. And I responded to her once. This is like happened like 3 months ago, maybe. I responded to her once, you know, and we just chit-chatted like, you know, small talk, right? And she ends up, this is how it gets, how bad people are. Or how it gets, okay? She ends up telling me, here I am trying to upload videos, right? Because I was trying to upload videos at the same time. And my connection, my internet connection is fucking, it really sucks. I don't know why. I really do not know why it sucks. But it really sucks bad. I honestly don't know why, but it sucks. And I'm fucking paying for bullshit internet, which pisses me off every single night. But anyway, which means it takes me longer to upload videos, right? A lot longer. In saying that, this woman, I don't even, yeah, I guess I can call her a woman, because she is female, so I'll call her a woman. She ends up, here I am trying to upload videos, right? And she keeps on texting me. And texting me, you know, and I text her back. Of course, I never said much, you know. And she's supposed to be a true Satanist. That's what she said. But I'm willing to bet that she got a lot more going on in her head than being a true Satanist. Okay? I think that's on the last step. I really do. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not judging her, but I'm just saying. But I probably will judge her later in the video. But anyway, that being said, I also, I seen that she, I texted her and told her I was uploading videos, and I told her I can't talk because I'm uploading videos. I'm busy. Right? And the next thing I know, probably 10 minutes later maybe, I get a text from her saying, we're done. Her exact words, we're done. And I started laughing, right? Oh, fuck me. I started laughing. I couldn't help it, right? I had to. I started laughing. I said, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? We're done. I said, I only started talking to you an hour. You only started talking to me 2 hours ago. And now you're saying we're done. And how does that work? And the next thing I know, I see that I'm deleted off her. She deleted me as a friend. Okay? She deleted me as a friend. And that's not bad enough. She also blocked me as well. So with that being said, I said, oh, well, good. I said, oh, I guess I ain't got to worry about that no more. Right? So I went back to doing what I was doing. And about 2 months later, no, probably about a month later, I get a friend's request. And I look at it, and it's the same person. Okay? It's the same person, but a different name. Like her last name was the same, her first name was different. Okay? Her last name was the same, her first name was different. Her first name was different. So I looked at her profile. I seen who it was. I seen exactly who it was. And I said, because she sent me a friend's request, right? And I said, hell no, not happening. And in saying that, she kept sending me friends requests, and I kept deleting them in different names. And I used to check the profile to see who it was, right? Which I do all the time. Every time someone sends me a friend's request, no matter what part of social media it's from, I check the profile to see, you know, if this person's real or if they're whatever, right? And in saying that, when I did this, she said to me, she never said to me, but I started thinking to myself, right? And I started noticing, like I'm after noticing a lot of shit on social media over the years, right? And I said to myself, you know what? I was talking to myself, usual stuff, right? Or thinking to myself. I said to myself, you know what? There's a lot of people, men and women, of both sexes, men and women, two of them together, not just the one, both of them. There's a lot of men and women on social media who have very severe, and I'm not joking, I'm not joking about this, because I don't joke about this either. There's a few things I don't joke about. There's a lot of people, men and women, on social media who has very serious psychological illnesses. Whether it's schizophrenia, whether it's bipolar, because a person with bipolar, okay, for anybody that doesn't know, a person who has bipolar, because there's like bipolar 1 and bipolar 2, right? And a person who has bipolar is also, and if a person has bipolar and if a person has schizophrenia, okay, that is considered schizoaffective. It's called schizoaffective if they have the both. All right? And on top of that, there's many other mental illnesses that go, that a person can have, like borderline personality disorder, DID, dissociation disorder. Oh, there's a multiple personality disorder. I think they got that changed to dissociation identity disorder now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they changed the multiple personality name or not. But that being said, there's a lot of people, man, and I'm not joking, a lot of people on social media that have very serious psychological problems. And in my honest opinion, they should see a doctor about them, like a psychiatrist. Or if they see their family, or if they got a family doctor, tell their family doctor. Let their family doctor know what's going down and what's going on inside their head. Their family doctor will set it up for them to either go to an ER, right, and see a counselor, and see a crisis counselor, and then they'll see, then the crisis counselor might either talk to a psychiatrist and get the psychiatrist to come down and talk to them, and then they'll end up, if the psychiatrist or psychologist thinks that they belong in a to be placed, thinks that if they think that they need to be placed in psychiatric care for, you know, for even if it's only 3 or 4 days, or a couple nights, couple days, whatever, at least then they'll be on medication, right? At least then they'll be on medication that will, you know, supposedly make them, supposedly make them at least stable, okay? And it will at least make them stable, and they won't be jumping from one thing to another, because I'm willing to bet that 99, not all of them, I'll say 75%, that 75% of the people that are on social media and say that they're Satanists, I'm willing to bet that they probably, a lot of them, probably have either, like I said, either schizophrenia, bipolar, multiple personality disorder, DID, borderline personality disorder, and when they're in certain moods, or when they're in certain, either when they're in certain moods, or when they're in certain, I don't know, zones in their head, right, that then they're Satanists. And when they're in other zones in their head, okay, then they're not a Satanist. And it's stuff like that that gives Satanists a bad name. Like, that gives true Satanists a really bad name. Like, it really does. Because, you know, I can remember seeing a guy, about 3 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, and up on the street, and this guy wasn't on drugs. He wasn't a tweaker. He wasn't a tweaker. He, you know, he didn't do no street drugs, nothing. This guy was about 20 years old. He's about 25. He's probably around 25. He was, and he honestly believed, okay, and I'm not joking, he really did believe it. Nobody would fucking change his mind. He honestly believed that he seen the giant God in everything. He honestly believed in everything he looked at, he seen the giant God. And I said to him, I was talking to him for like 10-15 minutes, right? And I said to him, I said, what do you see, God all the time? He said, yeah. I said, well, where do you see him now? He said, he's right there in them clouds looking at me. Because there was a few clouds flying over, right? A few clouds passing over. He said, yeah, he's right there in them clouds looking at me. I said, okay then. I said, so what about them geese? Because there was like a big flock of geese flying over at the same time, right? I said, what about them geese? Do you see geese flying? Do you see God in them geese? He said, yes, I do. And he was like, he honestly believed he did, right? He really did believe it. And I told him, I had to say something. I couldn't resist it. I know it was probably cruel of me to say it, but I said it anyway. I said, yeah, sure. I said, God sent a flock of geese over just so you can look at them for 30 seconds. Right? But anyway, no, I do believe that there's a lot of Satanists that have a lot of serious psychological problems. Like, I can name one. She has, and it's a female. She has a group, and the group's name is Children of the Serpent. And I can guarantee you that woman that started that group and runs that group and got a website called the same thing. Now, I'm not promoting it, believe you me, because she's the one that said that you can be Wicca, you can be anything and be a Satanist. And then on top of that, she said that you can be Zion, you can be a Christian and be a Satanist. Okay, how does that work? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday, you're doing satanic and demonic rituals, and Sunday morning you're jumping up and down to church looking like a weirdo, screeching and bawling like a baby. Yeah. And on top of that, then apparently she said that you don't have to be there's no such thing as titles in Satanism. Like, there's no such thing as being a person being a black witch. There's no such thing as a person being a satanic witch. There's no such thing as a person being a demonologer. There's no such thing as a person being a necromancer. There's no such thing as a person being a theistic Satanist or traditional Satanist, spiritual Satanist, you know, and all the rest. So she's a total whack job. Like, I honestly believe that girl truly does need very severe, and I'm not joking when I say this, I'm being dead serious. That girl needs very severe psychological help. Like, and I'm not joking. And I really do believe that she needs extreme psychological help. She needs to be she needs to be placed in a psychiatric hospital, given medication, drugged up with, Florazine or Seroquel or whatever they give her. But she definitely needs to be on serious medication. And so do the same two guys that are in another group on social media, right? Pretending that they're possessed. One's pretending he's possessed by Pazuzu, and that guy probably has no clue, or probably doesn't know one thing about King Pazuzu. He probably doesn't even know that King Pazuzu is a king, classified as a king. He probably has no idea. Probably has no clue about anything about King Pazuzu. Probably never even checked anything out on him. But he claims that he's possessed by King Pazuzu. And the other one claims that he's possessed by King Asmodeus. Yeah, sure you are. All they do, they try, okay? And I'll stress the word try. They try to roll their eyes in the back of their dome, in the back of their head, and they talk in a deeper voice. They just change their voice a little bit. They talk in a deeper tone. A kindergarten can do that. And I hate to break it to them, but neither one of them are possessed by anything. Only their own stupidity. And they don't realize how silly they look how stupid they look when they're doing that shit. Or when they're pretending that. And the worst thing about it is they don't realize that they're actually mocking. When they do that, they are mocking King Asmodeus and King Pazuzu. And I would not want to be on the tail end of that. That, I'm telling you right now, I would not want to be on the tail end of that. In no way would I. And I don't care who thinks what. I really would not want to be on the tail end of that. I would never mock any of the demonic. And I mean any. Never have, and I never would. And I love every single demon that there is in existence. And I love Father Satan with everything in my being. Every fiber in my being. And I love King Lucifer, beautiful Queen Lilith. I love every demon and demoness because that's what I call female demons, is demonesses. I love every single one of them with every fiber in my being. Always have and I always will. As long as I got a breath of life in my body. And when I croak, I'll have a throne in hell. I'll have a throne in hell when I croak. And with that being said, I'll let you go. Ave Satanas, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave King Azazel, Ave Lord King Paimon, Ave Lord Mammon, Ave to my true brothers and sisters, my 100% brothers and sisters. I love each and every one of you. And I hope you have a great weekend and a very sinful weekend. I'll try to get this video uploaded tonight. I don't know if it will because my computer's it's not my computer. My connection is too slow. And with that, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you next, guys. I love each and every one. Hail Satan.